it was a little reckless for sure, but I'm able to keep it moving. So of course they're cheap houses too. I mean, we're talking like probably $60K a unit, so it's not like I bought them in Southern California. But yeah, I scaled pretty quickly, and mostly buying and refinancing, and then now I'm doing some flipping to raise the reserves.
Okay. How's it going in Cleveland with that? Pretty steady?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I've assembled a pretty good renovation team now.
Okay.
The demand for Section 8 is definitely there. But, at the end of the day, like, numbers work. It's just math. It's continuing to have the people in place. And as I grow, I'm able to get more and more stable. So, for example, a year ago, if I had to replace a property manager, it was the end of the world. But now I have to replace the property manager. And, well, I have a full-time asset manager, that was her boss, that is taking things over. And he's also working on hiring her replacement. I also have an assistant. I also have, like, 5 full-time laborers on the ground.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like, of course, all the weight of that is spread out amongst us in the short term. But, like, I mean, I have a full-fledged company now, so it's a lot more stable than it was, especially starting out.
Yeah. Nice, man. Well, congrats on your success.
Thank you. So, but you're interested in buying this fourplex.
Yeah, so like I said, I know a little bit about the market. I toured it, I was about to pull the trigger on some properties there, but ended up doing some work in Alabama.
Okay.
In Montgomery and in Birmingham. So I'm pretty focused there, but I'm always intrigued by a good deal, right?
Yeah.
And either way, one way or another, I was gonna open up a new LLC to have another bank of properties. So maybe I'll open up in Cleveland.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think it's one of the last strong, stable cash flow markets. Right now, it's kind of funny. There's a lot of like legislation against out-of-state investors there, and I think it's scaring a lot of people away, which is creating more opportunity. I think the legislation is going to be overturned within the next couple of years, and that means they're making every property get registered. They're making every property have like a lead certification and an HVAC certification. But I mean, I'm equipped to take care of it, and in turn, you will be if you buy there too. And I think the city will have no choice but to chill out over the next couple of years as they realize they're kind of screwing over their own neighborhoods.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me about this property.
So this property in particular, it's a fourplex. It's actually 2 buildings. So there's a duplex in the front and there's a duplex in the back with kind of a yard in between. And 2 tenants have been there for long term. The other 2 tenants, they have been identified. We just have to, we're still waiting on a rent offer, so I can't tell you the exact numbers, but it'll probably be solid. And then once we get the rent offer, we schedule the inspection within a week, and I'll make sure my team has us pass the inspection. This property is just south of a neighborhood called Ohio City, which has been gentrifying really quickly. I honestly think it's one of the hottest parts of Cleveland. It's a little bit west of downtown, and renting this place is never an issue just because of the location. And overall, I mean, I could go through and figure out what updates I've done to the property, but it's in pretty good shape overall. I'm not selling it. This is not my typical like buy and flip. This was intended on being one of my long-term holds, but I'm expanding so I could frankly use the cash.
Okay. Yeah, you have. So what's the purchase price? $390.
Yes, and that's what the property appraised for 2 years ago.
Okay. And it's a mortgage takeover. You had said, right?
Yeah. So basically, the idea of doing the mortgage takeover is that first of all, it's quicker. So as fast as title can move, we can close on the deal. So it's not like we have to wait for an appraisal or financing and underwriting. It's just like, you pay the entry fee and then you start paying the mortgage. And then, of course, we'll go through a title company. In theory, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's relevant to you, but usually a lot of foreign investors like the mortgage takeover because they don't need to have a social security number. But then also you could refinance it, on your own time whenever it feels right for you to do so.
Right. Yeah, it's 9% right now.
It is 9% interest only right now.
Oh, it's interest only.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And is this with a private lender or?
The lender on it is CV3.
Okay.
So they're actually a pretty big lender. They're pretty popular too. They used to be called Civic Financial, and then they broke up into two separate companies.
Okay. And it's what's the term for it? How long is it long?